There are over 8 billion people on this planet, but less than 1% ever learn how to use the hidden sensor inside their brain, the one ancient civilizations called the third eye. Most people go through life using only their 5 physical senses, limited to what their eyes can see and their ears can hear. But what if humans were never meant to be limited like that? What if there was a biological system inside your brain designed to perceive more, but it's been shut down? Today we're going to explore the science of the pineal gland, why ancient civilizations called it the third eye, why some researchers believe it can expand human perception, and the 3 practical steps people use to start activating it. If you clicked on this video, chances are your curiosity already put you ahead of most people. So let's begin. 1. The hidden organ in your brain. Deep inside the center of your brain sits a tiny structure about the size of a pea. It's called the pineal gland. Mainstream science usually describes it as a simple biological clock that produces melatonin and regulates sleep. But when scientists studied it more closely, they discovered something strange. The pineal gland contains photoreceptor cells, the same type of cells found in the human retina. In other words, you may literally have a form of inner eye inside your brain. In some ancient reptiles, this eye actually existed on the top of the skull and directly detected light. In humans, it moved inside the brain. But some researchers believe it may still act as a biological transducer, a structure capable of converting electromagnetic signals into brain chemistry. Which raises a fascinating possibility. What if the pineal gland doesn't just help us sleep? What if it helps us perceive reality in ways we don't yet understand? 2. Why many people believe the third eye is blocked. There's another unusual fact about the pineal gland. Unlike most parts of the brain, it is not fully protected by the blood-brain barrier. That means substances in your bloodstream can directly affect it. Some researchers have suggested that over time the pineal gland can become calcified, meaning mineral deposits form around it. When that happens, it's like having a radio antenna covered in concrete. The device is still there, but the signal becomes weaker. Some spiritual traditions interpret this as the veil that limits perception. Whether you see it scientifically or symbolically, the idea is the same. Modern life, constant artificial light, stress, and digital stimulation may be disrupting our natural biological rhythms. And those rhythms appear to be deeply connected to the pineal gland. 3. The physics inside the pineal gland. Inside the pineal gland are tiny calcite crystals. These crystals have a fascinating property called piezoelectricity. That means when pressure is applied to them, they generate an electrical charge. In theory, deep breathing, meditation, or changes in brain activity could apply mechanical pressure to these crystals. When that happens, the pineal gland may produce not only melatonin, but other powerful compounds that influence perception, consciousness, and dream states. Some researchers have connected this to DMT, a naturally occurring compound in the brain sometimes called the spirit molecule. Whether or not all the claims are correct, the pineal gland clearly plays a much deeper role in brain chemistry than we once thought. 4. The philosopher who called it the seat of the soul. In the 17th century, the philosopher and mathematician René Descartes made a bold claim. He called the pineal gland the seat of the soul. His reasoning was surprisingly logical. Humans have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 hemispheres of the brain, but we experience reality as one unified consciousness. Descartes believed there had to be a central point where all sensory information merged, and the only structure in the brain that isn't divided into 2 halves is the pineal gland. 5. Ancient symbols that may represent the brain. Now this is where history gets interesting. The famous Egyptian symbol known as the Eye of Horus closely resembles the anatomy of the human brain. When researchers compared the symbol to a cross-section of the brain, the shapes align with several structures: the thalamus, the corpus callosum, the brainstem, and the pineal gland. Ancient Egyptians called this symbol the all-seeing eye. To them, it represented higher perception and spiritual awareness. Similar symbols appear across many cultures, from Buddhist statues holding pine cones to ancient carvings in Babylon, which suggests that many civilizations may have shared a deep fascination with this tiny structure inside the brain. 6. Modern research into altered states. In the 1990s, psychiatrist Rick Strassman conducted groundbreaking research on DMT. He studied how this compound affects human consciousness. Volunteers in his experiments reported experiences such as vivid visions, encounters with intelligent beings, and entering environments that felt more real than reality itself. Strassman proposed that the brain might naturally produce small amounts of DMT during extreme states, such as birth, death, or deep meditation. His work reignited the conversation about whether the pineal gland could play a role in altered perception and consciousness. 7. The meditation connection. Neuroscientists studying meditation have discovered something remarkable. During deep meditation, the brain can shift into gamma wave states, very high-frequency brain activity associated with intense focus and insight. Researcher Joe Dispenza suggests that when the brain enters coherent states like this, the pineal gland may become more active. Many meditators report experiences such as flashes of light behind closed eyes, heightened intuition, or a sense of connection to a larger field of awareness. Whether you interpret this spiritually or neurologically, meditation clearly changes how the brain processes reality. Before we go further, I'm curious. Have you ever experienced a moment of strong intuition where you just knew something without logical explanation? Tell me in the comments, yes, if you've felt that before. Or, not yet, if you're still waiting for that moment. And if you're enjoying this exploration of science and consciousness, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. 8. The practical side. Intuition and pattern recognition. In everyday life, what people call the third eye may simply be advanced intuition. Your brain constantly analyzes subtle signals, micro-expressions, voice tone, body language, environmental patterns. When your brain processes this information quickly, it feels like a gut feeling. But in reality, it may just be extremely fast subconscious analysis. People with strong intuition often appear to have a kind of social X-ray vision. They can sense patterns, predict outcomes, and read situations more accurately. 9. 3 practices often associated with third eye training. Many traditions suggest 3 simple habits to improve awareness and mental clarity. 1. Reduce sensory overload. Constant screens and artificial light can disrupt sleep and brain rhythms. Reducing screen time, especially before bed, helps restore natural cycles. 2. Breathwork and meditation. Slow breathing and focused meditation calm the nervous system and increase mental clarity. 3. Darkness and stillness. Practicing meditation in darkness allows the brain to focus inward instead of outward. These practices don't magically unlock powers, but they can train the brain to become calmer, clearer, and more perceptive. The idea of the third eye has existed for thousands of years. From ancient Egypt to modern neuroscience, people have always suspected that human perception might go deeper than our 5 senses. Whether you view it scientifically, spiritually, or symbolically, one thing is certain: the human brain still holds many mysteries we haven't fully explored. And the greatest discoveries about consciousness might still be ahead of us.